Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Salami, and in today's video we are going to show you how to fix both the lines that show up in Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb and how to unlock the frame rate. And the reason I'm making this video to fix these problems is because of the new Indiana Jones and the Great Circle has got me back into Indiana Jones mode, and I can't really afford to buy the new Indiana Jones game. So what better way but to play the old one on Steam Deck at 60 FPS with no silly lines that just happen if you run the game based without doing any kind of modding. And also controls, which I've made a control scheme that you'll be available to download from the community layouts. So that'll be my last port of entry in this video. So without further ado, I will show you how to fix the silly white lines that show up if you go to play this game on your Steam Deck, and how to unlock the frame rate. Online comments have said that the sync for voices will kind of go a bit wonky if you have the frame rate unlocked, so it's up to you if you want the extra FPS. The audio works fine, but it just desyncs with the lip syncing, so keep that in mind if you want to unlock the frame rate to 60. But without further ado, let's get started. First thing is, you're going to go to desktop mode, and I will have a link to this website below. And you're going to go to this website and you're going to download this version of Voodoo, version 2.79.1. And you're going to see here that the website's a bit wonky, so just be careful when you're trying to find what you're looking for. As you'll see here, I'm like, where's my download? Of course, this is on desktop mode using Chrome, but you could use any Internet Explorer that you have on your Steam Deck on desktop mode. I'm like, I don't see the download, but you actually scroll back up as I figure out here momentarily. I'm leaving this in here because it's, let's be honest, this stuff is really weird to find sometimes. And you'll see that's in the middle here, little download icon. So we will download that. This won't take too long. And then once it's downloaded, we're going to head over to our downloads folder. And once we're in there, we're going to extract it, which we're going to do right now. We'll head over to our files, our downloads, and you'll see I've got it there. See, I've got a different version of Voodoo there. You can just I tried a newer version, but it doesn't work. So you need to use this version here. So what we're going to do is we're going to extract here. And once you've got what you need, you can just delete these files afterwards. We're only after two things. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over. We're going to need that DG Voodoo config file. And we're also going to need one other file, which is in the MS and 86, which is the D3D8. And I circled D9, but it's the D8. It's that one there. But we will do that secondary. That's not the first thing we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is the config file here. We're going to open this. And we're going to scroll about 3/4 of the way down until we find a very particular line. There's other options in here, but I don't recommend touching anything unless I don't really want to break anything. And you're looking for one that says watermark, this one here, and it will currently say true. But what we're going to do is we're going to get the onboard keyboard by holding the scene button and pushing X. And we're going to delete that and rename it to false. Well, not rename it, but retype it as false. And once we've done that, we're just going to make sure we save. That's the first part down. And then once we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to cut this by pulling the left trigger and going cut. And then you're going to go to Steam. As I look for Steam, go to our library, find our version of Indiana Jones, and we're going to go manage, and we're going to browse local files. Once here, we're going to go into our game data folder, and we're going to go into, I'm pretty sure it is in, not that one. I'm pretty sure it's here. Yeah, we want to go into the bin folder, and you see I've already done it, but I'm going to do it again anyway. We're going to paste one folder and we're going to write it in. You won't normally get that. It'll just paste in because that file wouldn't normally be already in there. And then the other part we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste that DL folder. So you want to go back to your downloads. As you see here, I'm getting a bit lost in my files, but you'll understand once we go back there. So I just close, so we'll leave that there. We'll go back to our downloads. And we'll go into our MS. x86, and we're going to cut to this DLL file, or copy, either or. And we're going to go back into our indie folder, and we're going to paste it where we pasted the DG Voodoo. Again, I've already done it, so I'm just going to overwrite this. That's the majority of our job done here. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to go to our indie, and we're going to go properties here. And we're going to paste in our launch options a very particular line of code. I will put this code in the description so you can copy and paste it yourself without having to type it all out. And that will mean that this mod will work, basically. And then you can just load the game up from here. I do that, but I'm just going to skip ahead and show you how to unlock the 60 FPS. But if you're not worried about the FPS mod, you can just carry on and play the game. So we'll be back momentarily. So back in our indie folder here, you can see we're in the common, Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb game data bin. And what we're looking for is to go back one and go to indie, and then go to the VRAS one, okay? And you're going to see there's a whole lot of options here for you to play around with if you want to. I personally don't touch any of them, and one of them will say frame limit 30 FPS, and you can simply change that to 60. And that's by, again, you push Steam, hold Steam and push X to bring up the keyboard. But the 30 FPS mod potentially breaks cutscenes. I haven't played enough to know if that's the case or not, so I don't want to say it works great or it doesn't work at all, because all I know is it makes it 60 in gameplay, and that definitely works. So I'll leave that up to you. But anyway, that's as easy as it is for making it 60. Just change it to 60, save, and you're done. And now we're going to move on to controls.
According to the map, that stone head marks the secret entrance into the Lost City. Beyond the city lies the Temple of the Black River Goddess, and inside, the Idol of Kuruwatu. I'm close now.
So you can bring up this in game mode as well, as you probably know, but click on the controller icon and then go to community layouts. As you can see here, mine's called King Salami Indiana, and you'll just go to community layouts and you'll see mine's here. If it's not showing, you can search for King Salami, or down the bottom there, you'll see press X to show all layouts. So you may need to do that, all right? But it is available to use, and it's pretty great, and I'm going to go over why it's pretty good right now. So without further ado, let's jump into game. So all your menus will be navigatable by pushing A for enter and using the D-pad to go up and down, and then using the 3- button to go back. Make sure you've turned your resolution right up to 1224 by 768. Now it's not widescreen, and there is a widescreen mod, but I didn't want to bloat this video out too much more. But if you're interested in that, please let me know in the comments below, and I can always go back and do a quick update on how to add in widescreen support if you really do want it. But a little hack in game mode, which I don't show here, but I think it works pretty well, is you push the 3-dot button on your Steam Deck and then put it to fill in the cog menu, and honestly it looks pretty good to me. Okay, so we'll go over buttons here. It's all pretty straightforward, like you'll pick it up no problem, and I have in the controller description named everything. So going over the face buttons first, the A button is jump. It also is your enter button in the menus, and if you hold A, it lets you do a somersault forward. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. X is reload, can't get much simpler than that. Y lets you holster and unholster your weapons. And B is your action button, so things like refilling your water pouch at a fountain, or picking up items off the ground, or holding against the wall, which you'll see me do here momentarily. And that will lead on to the next thing I want to tell you about. So I think I do it right here. Well, I hope I do. So yeah, if you stand against the wall and push B, you'll go into like wall moving mode. And I've added to left and right on your analog sticks to look left and right. So left click will make him look left, and right click will make him look right. L1 is first person mode, as you can see here, and then R1 is your guard. So you can see it goes into like a bit of a guard mode. Left and right triggers, so do your primary and secondary attacks, pretty straightforward. And then finally, I mean, there's not that many buttons in this game. The D-pad left and right will bring up your inventory, and up will equip it, while pushing down will just close your inventory. Okay, so that's basically all it is. And again, I have written them in the layout if you can't remember. But fiddling around, you will find what you're looking for without too much issue. But yeah, I think these controls work pretty well. You don't need to touch any bindings in the game. Everything will just work once you install the community layout of mine. So, is anyone here playing the Great Circle, or are they like me and Tom back to Emperor's Tomb? This was one that passed me by back in the day. I'm not sure what happened. I just never played it. So going and playing it now, it's actually pretty neat. And it runs, as you would expect, pretty well on Steam Deck. And like I say, while it technically doesn't support widescreen out of the box, but supposedly there is a mod that I haven't used, if you honestly just go into your Steam Deck's screen options on the right hand cog button, and you go to fill, or it's the very last option on the slider, like there's like stretch and fill and all the rest of them. I'm pretty sure it's the very last one on the right. It'll pull the game out to maybe not full, it might be or something like that. Anyway, what it will do is it'll just push the screen in a little bit, but you don't lose any of your inventory. Like nothing's cut off to a point where it's unusable, but it does mean you get to make full use of the screen. But you can always change it back to this 4:3 ratio if you prefer. But without further ado, thanks guys for watching. If you found this helpful, a like and a sub always goes a long way. And if there's another game you want more info on, please let me know in the comments below.
Fortune
Alright
and
guys,
glory,
catch you
here
later.
I come.